Hello, welcome to the Mark Janard Show, the cybersecurity show. In this video, I'm going to talk about how a woman lost her entire life savings because of a texting cyber attack. So without further ado, let's get right into it. We're going dark. However, before I proceed, please take a moment to hit the subscribe button and the like button. Once again, please take a moment to hit the subscribe button and the like button. So let's talk about one kind of texting cyber attack, which I think this was, and it's smishing, right? Smishing is a phishing cyber security attack carried out over mobile text messaging, also known as SMS phishing. Phishing is, that's when it's like emails, right? But this is text, so it's smishing. That's the name for it. So as a variant of phishing, victims are deceived into giving sensitive information to a disguised attacker, also known as a hacker or, those kinds of people. So SMS phishing can be assisted by malware or fraud websites. It occurs on many mobile text messaging platforms, including non-SMS channels like database mobile messaging apps. So what is smishing? Okay, so as the definition of smishing suggests, the term combines SMS, also known as short message services, better known as texting, and phishing. They just combine them things, combine them into one, right? So to further define smishing, it is categorized as a type of social engineering attack that relies on exploiting human trust rather than technical exploits, right? That's all they need is for you to click that link. That's all they need is for you to click that link. So when cyber criminals phish, they send fraudulent emails that seek to trick the recipient into clicking on a malicious link. Smishing simply uses text messages instead of email. That would be phishing, okay? So think about it like this. Phishing, email, smishing, text, phone, okay? So let's look at, how does smishing work. So deception and fraud are the core components of any SMS phishing attack. As the attacker assumes an identity that you might trust, you are more likely to succumb to their requests, and social engineering principles allow smishing attackers to manipulate a victim's decision making. The driving factors of this deception are threefold. Now, I'm kind of giving you an overview of smishing before I get into the story a little bit, because then it'll kind of make more sense. So again, the driving factors of this kind of deception is threefold. Number one, we have the trust factor, and by posing as legitimate individuals or organizations, maybe a bank, right? Cyber criminals lower their target's skepticism, and SMS text as a more personal communication channel also naturally lower a person's defenses against threats. Have you ever received those kinds of texts from the toll plate? You got to pay this toll, and you hear companies say all the time, "We do not send texts. If you get a text, it's not from us." Companies do that because of this. Number two, using a situation that could be relevant, right? Context. To targets allows an attacker to build effective disguise. The message feels personalized, which helps it override any suspicion that it might be spam. Number three, emotion. By heightening a target's emotions, attackers can override their target's critical thinking and spur them into a rapid decision, right? Click this link now. We need you to do this now. We need you to do this now. Right? So let's talk about this woman who fell for this text scam, right? Her name is Suni Wan. When Suni Wan received a message from her bank, HSBC, saying that there was some fraudulent activity on her account, she called them straight back. The text did not seem unusual, as it appeared in the same thread that her bank usually messaged her in. Right there, right? We talked about that. Told you I'm giving you an overview that will make more sense. So the message told her that a new device has logged onto her account, and if it wasn't her, to call back immediately. The man on the other end of the phone said that an S8 had logged onto her account, which worried Suni, right? As she previously owned an S8, which is a Samsung phone. So concerned that someone had got a hold of her old phone and was using it to try and get into her bank account, Suni rattled off all the information the bank asked her, including her her name, her address, and date of birth. Great things for a hacker. Great things. So they also asked her to generate a one-time passcode and read it out so they could fix the issue, right? We have a statement and it reads, then he said there's been some unusual activities and he put me on hold for quite a while. That's what Suni said, right? Now, you'll be surprised. Sometimes hackers, they know that they have to do a code. So they send you the code or they use your information and they're using you. Little do you not know you're doing their dirty work for you. As soon as you give them the code, they're going to put it right in the system. So Suni only grew suspicious when the man on the line started asking questions about her cryptocurrency account, CoinSpot. We have a statement and the statement reads, it finally clicked to me. Why would HSBC be concerned about my CoinSpot? They wouldn't pass my details to a representative. They would tell me to call CoinSpot directly, right? CoinSpot directly. So Suni rang HSBC immediately and asked them to freeze her account, but the scammers had already taken 50,000. They already taken 50,000, 49,000, 50,000. So they had managed to spoof HSBC's real number, so their message came through on the same thread as a year's worth of legitimate messages from the bank. Now, let me ask you this question so you can put it in the comment section below. How do you think they were able to just get 49,000 out of an account like that? Because typically banks has a limit. So please let me know how these hackers you think were able to just get that large sum of money at a short dime. So we have a statement and it reads, the hardest thing for me is to stop blaming myself. Like I keep blaming myself, maybe I should have noticed it earlier, Suni said. I don't think you should blame yourself, Suni. I think this is a learning lesson for all of us so we can all get better in cybersecurity, increase our cybersecurity hygiene. So here's a spokesperson at HSBC. They said, for customer confidentiality reasons, we can't discuss specific customer situations. HSBC takes customer security very seriously, and we thoroughly investigate any reported cases of scam or fraud. The industry has seen an increase in fraudsters using text spoofing to deliberately falsify the telephone number to appear as a genuine bank text message. Scam text messages can even appear in the same message chain as real messages from organization, making them even harder to spot. I mean, that is wild, right? That is really something. So we have another statement and it reads, HSBC, that's the bank, will never ask you to provide your PINs, password, or verification codes on a phone call. In response to a text message or email, bank customers need to be vigilant about the risk of scams and are reminded to never give out bank codes or passwords. Okay, so that is that story. Please let me know what you think, what she could have done better, how we can do what we can do to prevent this kinds of attack on ourselves. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Please hit the subscribe button and like and notification bell. I appreciate your viewership. See you on the next video.